All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to BucosLocker. Subscribe, like, comment, share on all the new videos. And don't forget to hit the notification bell icon to notify you on all new videos that's posted on this channel. Early video today. Come on in. Come on into the locker room. Come on in. Welcome. Welcome. Who we got in the chat room right now? Let's load up. Let's load up. What's going on, Johnny? I'm waiting on y'all to come on in before I drop the video. I'm gonna give y'all a couple minutes. What up, Chili Will? I'm gonna give y'all a couple minutes. First down. First down. Day. First down. Day. Woo. Payday. You want payday? So shouts out to all the Powers and Sea Bandits. Shouts out to everybody in the Bucs community that support this channel. Y'all know what it is. Like I always say this all the time. It's not easy doing these videos, man. You got to find time to do these things. And I want to give a special shout out to all the YouTubers that take the time out of their livelihoods or their lifestyle, their day to come on here and make videos, man. I'm telling you, this is not easy because you be into other stuff and then you got to think about, oh, I got to go in here and make a video. I keep telling folks, man, this stuff is not easy, because you got to find time of the day to spend 15, 20, 30 minutes, an hour of your day coming on here, So shouts out to everybody on the YouTube platform. Keep doing y'all thing. Anyway, I caught you early today trying to do things different in 2022, just a little bit, these trying to be a little different this year, but there's more to come with this year. But caught y'all with an early video. It's not even, it's 5 o'clock over there and 4 o'clock here. Surprise, right? So I haven't done a StreamYard in a while. The actual locker room talk that I usually have when I bring people on to talk about the videos and stuff like that, or talk about the game. I haven't done one of those in a while, and I'm going to do one eventually, but I'll get around to it. Because I do want to hear you guys come into the locker room and state your facts and and your opinions on what you believe as far as these games happening, and let's have fun with it, So, all right, where should I start? Shouts out to the 49er fan base. Shouts out to the 49ers fan base, right? I'm happy that the Cowboys are gone, and all you've heard all morning long, all afternoon long, all late afternoon is Cowboy fans across social media, whatever platform it is, complain. From the NFL networks, the NFL platforms, from NFL Network, ESPN, Fox Sports, CBS, all these other platforms on Twitter. The talk of the town right now is how the Cowboys choked. Jason Garrett clap. Mike McCarthy sitting there with the headphone. Whatever. So glad that we don't have to hear the Tampa media talk about the Cowboys invading Tampa. We don't have to hear about the Bucs fans selling their tickets to Cowboys fans, because the Bucs fans tend to do that. I don't know why the Bucs fans do that, but where do you see that at? Where do you see this stuff at the top level stadiums? You don't see Raiders fans doing it. You don't see the Steelers fans doing it. Even the Cleveland Brown fans don't be selling their tickets off like that. Cincinnati Bengals fans, they loading up now. Their team is winning now. The Eagles fans don't be selling up their tickets like that. Even the Giants fans, the Jets fans don't sell up their tickets like that. The Patriots fans don't sell up their tickets like that. The Packers fans don't sell their tickets like that. Even the Broncos, the Chiefs fans don't do it. But why is it when the Bucs fans got these home games, they sell their tickets to the other opponent, the opponent's team fan base? That is weird. I just find that very weird. I really do. Bucs fans do a better job. Because if the Cowboys would have won that game, I believe that game would have been 50-50 Cowboys-Bucs fans in the stadium. So we don't have to worry about that. So we have a West Coast team coming to the East Coast, so we know how that works. So let's talk about the game. Now that I got that out the way. And shouts out to the Chiefs, because we might see y'all in the Super Bowl. Rematch. It's gonna be tough though. But that's a universe that could happen. You know. But we don't know what the future holds. We can only go by what we speculate, right? Bucs beat the Eagles 31-15. Do not let the score fool you. The game was never close. Jalen Hurts had garbage points, garbage yards, garbage touchdowns. So don't get that. Don't let the score fool you. They did this in week 6, 28-22. They were down big in the fourth quarter, and they threw up a couple of garbage touchdowns. And what's so interesting about that game is y'all seeing the levels between teams that are not even close to being ready versus a team that's ready, right? The team that's ready in the position to win now versus a team that's still trying to find a way. And honestly, like I said yesterday, the Eagles got in the playoffs by default. They did. They happened to win 9 games. They happened to beat 2 more extra bad teams. They didn't beat anybody good. So in the details of this game, we try to get through it, not quick as possible, but thorough, right? Shouts out to Mike Evans, right? Had a great game. Brady was feeding him the ball, right? Gronkowski had some good catches. Shouts out to Giovanni Bernard. Giovanni Bernard had a good, solid game. I mean, this was Giovanni Bernard's best game. And this is what I'm saying. Like, the Bucs be planning this stuff. This is not no spur of the moment, oh, let's give the ball to Giovanni Bernard. This was planned out through the year. If you notice, Gio didn't do this during the year. He didn't play like that yesterday. I mean, he didn't play like that during the year yesterday. During the year, he didn't even do anything. He got hurt early in the season, then towards the middle of the season, and then the third, he didn't really do anything. This was by design, folks. Yeah, Fournette was hurt, Rojo was hurt, but this was by design. Gio come out the backfield catching the ball. He ran the ball well. Keyshawn Vaughn had a couple good runs. Shouts out to Keyshawn Vaughn, even though I'm hard on Keyshawn Vaughn. But I still don't think that was the best pick. They were better running backs. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to take his glory like that. He had a decent game, right? He had a couple good runs. What he had, I think he had over 15 carries. I think the yards per carry wasn't great, but he had some good runs in those carries. So he finally got a chance to show us something, right? Show us something that we've been kind of waiting for. A third round pick. Running back when you have other running backs that were available. There are running backs that's this year that's better. Then you gotta think about this. There's rookie running backs right now that's better than Keyshawn Vaughn. You got running backs in the same draft class, way better than him. So he's behind the curve. Running backs don't have a long shelf life. So we want to see more from Keyshawn Vaughn. Like I said, he doesn't have a great high ceiling. His ceiling probably is a number 2, possibly number 3. But let's keep it up. Let's keep giving him the rock. Now, there's a possibility that we won't see Keyshawn Vaughn get another carry again because Fournette and Ronald Jones will be back for the next game. So what you've seen with Keyshawn Vaughn is pretty much that's it. He'll be back on special teams. So because you got to play Fournette, and then you got Rojo back in Fournette. And the question is now what we seen yesterday in the game with Gio emergence, and I'm gonna call it the emergence for Giovanni Bernard. It was an emergence. It was kind of like a shocker because a lot of us didn't expect anything from him. I thought he was pulling LaShawn McCoy, coat riding or boat ring chasing. McCoy did it. Richard Sherman did it. They just hop on the bandwagon and try to get a ring. You know what I'm saying? You really ain't gonna do nothing. You're just there, right? You're not really there, like Le'Veon Bell, right? Now, what do Bucs do with Le'Veon Bell? Now that we got two guys coming back, so this is what I'm saying. Like Le'Veon Bell tried to ring chase a little bit, and most likely he's probably gonna cut him. You know what I'm saying? So the time that I don't understand what was the point of Le'Veon Bell when you really didn't use him like that. He got a touchdown though. But with Rojo and Fournette coming back, Gio and Keyshawn, you don't keep Le'Veon Bell. You out of there. So yesterday's game should have told you the status of the running backs moving forward, right? I believe Gio is going to take that third down back roll. He's going to get more snaps on third down because you kind of want to do that. You kind of want to give different looks. You want to mix it up, right? You want to mix it up. Because Gio, you can do a couple other things because he's pretty good with catching the ball in the backfield. And Fournette's really good. He's really good. But you just kind of want to switch it up. You don't want to get too predictable, especially in the playoffs, because you can't do that in the playoffs. You can't get that predictable. So the running back situation yesterday, it was solid. It was pretty good. It was actually surprising. The Bucs had over 20 carries as a whole. The yards per carry wasn't great, but the yards were good, right? Kept the Eagles. It kept the Eagles guessing, right? Brady was surgical in the the New England, 70% New England, 30% no risk, no biscuit style offense. And I hate to say it like that because I know it sounds kind of weird when I say New England style offense versus the no risk, no biscuit, because it's just a fact that it's not winning football. Playing no risk, no biscuit is not for any quarterback. No risk, no biscuit is not good. It's not even for Brady. As great as Brady is, full 100% no risk, no biscuit is you're going to lose in the playoffs. You might get to the playoffs, but you're going to lose because it's hard to win when you're chucking the ball like crazy. So, like I said, the offense is way more efficient, way more better with the New England. It's way more better like that, more efficient. Everybody gets a chance to get catches versus trying to get 3-play drives and 5-play drives. If the guy if he's open by this much, he's open. That's ridiculous philosophy, Bruce Arians. It's ridiculous. But the offense was solid. Really, it was good. It was good. No, I'm gonna say solid. It was good yesterday. Very efficient run and pass. The routes were good. The combination routes they were using were good. They were using Mike Evans in different type of routes. So like I said, Gio had some catches out of the backfield. Gronk had a really solid game. Brady had a couple catches. So it all around. Tyler Johnson had the hiccups early, but you know what I'm saying. But we get guys back next week. Grayson. You know what I'm saying. So we'll be fine. I don't want to hear about this. We don't have Godwin, I don't want to hear the media or anybody in the Bucs family talking about, we need Godwin and Antonio Brown. I don't want to hear that. We have enough weapons, even without Godwin. Right now, no disrespect to Godwin. My point is we got enough weapons. I don't want to hear about Godwin's missing. I don't want to hear that. That's I don't want to hear that being used. That we would like to have Godwin, but the way the offense is designed, you don't need number one guys. Brady's never really had a lot of number one guys. He works better. He works better like that versus trying to force the ball to one or two guys. You know what I'm saying? It's just easier, So like I said, the offense is actually it's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish we would have had Godwin get well soon, but the offense still good. You know, the talent level, that's a big blow, but the offense itself, you can stick a lot of receivers in this offense and you can still move the ball. You know, let's make that clear. You can stick 70% of the receivers in the NFL. Number one, number two, and number threes in the NFL. You can put them in the Bucs offense. You get the same results. So let's not act like you got to have certain guys in this type of offense to succeed. I want y'all to understand that what y'all saw yesterday, the offense was still good, more efficient. They made some adjustments. Shouts at the Byron Leftwich. He made some adjustments with the route combinations, with the depth of the routes, getting Mike Evans a little bit more open. Because Mike Evans with Godwin and AB was there, he was running the long developing routes. But now Mike Evans get to run in that intermediate level. He gets to run in that 7 to 12 yard range a lot more now. So we're going to see Mike Evans, you know what I'm saying, a lot more in those intermediate routes, in breaking, out breaking, deep crossers now. Basically, he's going to run some of the Godwin routes. He's not good on the hut. That's not his thing. He's not a yak guy. I don't care what you say. Evans, you my guy, but you are nowhere near a yak guy. You don't get a lot of separation, and you're not a yak guy. So when I see them throwing him a quick out or quick and try to shake and bake, he can't do it. He just don't have the twitchy muscles to do you know what I'm saying? He's a strider. And I think Byron Leftwich, you need to make sure you use Mike Evans to the best of his abilities. Don't use him on some Odell Beckham, Antonio Brown, Deontay Johnson, real quick screen. That's not his thing. He's a down the field guy, And I saw a couple of plays yesterday, that they try to use Mike Evans with a quick little 2-3 yard. Like what? No. Let's not make Mike Evans a yak guy. That's not his. Don't force Mike Evans to be a yak guy. What he did outside of those quick little hitches or something like that, no. He's better down the field. He's big target. He's way better down the field. And Byron Leftwich clean that up. He'll clean it up. He'll look at the tape. He'll be like, okay, that ain't gonna work. If you're gonna do that with Tyler Johnson or Scotty Tuhati or Bashard Perry. Like, do it with somebody faster. You know what I'm saying? But the passing game was good. The passing game was good. What up, Jonathan? The passing game was good. So I like the running game. The running game was solid. I told y'all, when I see games like this, I'm gonna give you the honest truth. When I see a balanced offensive attack, that's what I want to see in the playoffs. You don't have to throw the ball 45, 50 times. You really don't have to. Because if we're gonna keep saying the Bucs O-line is this and the Bucs O-line is that, well, let's use the Bucs O-line to the full tilt. It's hard to grade the Bucs O-line when you don't run the ball from a running perspective. Because they say, well, the Bucs can run the ball if they want to. Well, let's see it, because we don't see it. They throw the ball more than any team in the NFL, pretty much. So we don't get a chance to see the Bucs offense be road graders like that. This is why the rushing attack is like 22nd in the NFL, because it's like, and then when you look at the advanced metrics got the Bucs O-line looking good in the running game with a minimum amount of attempts, a certain amount of attempts. But you have to kind of lower the attempts to kind of get the Bucs run game to look good, right? But from an NFL average standpoint, the 22nd in NFL, what does that tell you? You're throwing the ball too much. But remember, if we got a top O-line don't mean just pass blocking. And you saw it yesterday. You got a chance to see the Bucs O-line from a perspective of total run blocking and pass blocking. That's what you want to see as a Bucs fan. You want to see that, because remember, we're not going to play the Eagles every week. I want y'all to understand that game was not hard. That was a warm-up game. That was a confidence building. That was like the games we played the last couple of games of the season. I'm going to put the Eagles right there with the Panthers, right there with the Jets, Falcons, they're right there. That was one of those type of games to me. The real fun begins next week or this weekend coming up. That's when the real fun begins. The Eagles was a warm-up game. That game was not easy. Y'all saw it. Y'all saw the same game I saw, right? There was no doubt in my mind that the Eagles, they was going to get beat pretty bad. And that's exactly what you saw. So, like I said, I told y'all yesterday, how much can you take out of that game? Because what you saw is what you already knew. It's not like we learned something new. We didn't learn anything about the Bucs in that game, to be honest, that we didn't already know. We knew they had a good O-line, right? We knew if they ran the ball like they're supposed to, the O-line gonna show that we can run block too. Because the O-line can pass block. We got three Pro Bowls on the O-line. Three of them. We'll get to that. We'll get to the O-line in a second. But we got 3 Pro Bowls on the O-line. 3. So we got a chance to see the entirety of the O-line run blocking and pass blocking. It was great to see that. And I'm never gonna belittle when I see a game like this. It makes me smile when I see the Bucs be efficient on both sides, on both ends, running and passing. Because when I see the 48 attempts, the 15 rushes, I'm like, what's the point? What are we doing here? That's not playoff football. Going into the playoffs, the more you throw the ball, look, 5,000 yards, any quarterback, the more you throw the ball, the more chances you give the defense to intercept the ball. This is football 101. If you open the book and say football 101 and you go by the things, the do's and you don'ts, you want to have a balanced attack. Brady had 37 attempts. Didn't need the ball. You didn't need to throw the ball 40 times. 48 times. 50 times. You don't need to do that. Especially like it's the Eagles. The Eagles are, they got in the playoffs by default. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, the receivers did good. Tight ends did good. The running game was good. The O-line was solid. Brady was Brady. So what I'm telling you guys is, are you surprised? If anybody's surprised by yesterday's results, where you been? Go sit down. Oh, the Bucs beat the Eagles. Okay, you acting like that's like that surprised you or something. Like I've seen a couple people say, "Oh yeah, the Bucs beat the Eagles." I know, like that's the Eagles, man. You seen their schedule? They didn't beat anybody good. What did I tell y'all about the Eagles and the teams that they beat? They fit one or more of the following. Come on, man. Like I said, the real fun begins. Now, let's get to this O-line situation with the Bucs. Now, during the game, everybody's talking about 2 injuries or possible situations that we're going to have. And we're going to be playing better fronts moving forward, right? Better defensive fronts. Cardinals and Rams have a much better defensive front. They're not last in sacks. Let's make that clear. Eagles pass rush, they got a lot of sacks. And what's the concerning part about is you got to take some things out of this game that was like, concerning, right? Brady was sacked 5 times against an Eagles front 4 or Eagles front that was last in the NFL in sacks. The Eagles got 5 sacks, and they are the worst pass rushing team in the NFL. And next week or this weekend coming up, whether it's the Rams or the Cardinals, Eagles front 7, Cardinals, Rams front 7. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Don't get caught up in the Bucs beating the Eagles. That game did not surprise. That game should have not shocked anybody. But you must have some concern moving forward. Ryan Jensen, foot injury, and Tristian Wrifs, ankle. Leonard Floyd, Von Miller, possible. They could be in Aaron Donald. Hold on one second.
Good afternoon. I'm trying to see your damage because we are the ones that we're going to repair it. And it says living room and bedroom 2.
Living room, we got the.
Uh-huh.
See them?
Yeah. Give me one
Oh.
second.
Oh, it's out the way.
No, you're fine. Let me.
I have a step on.
I'm good. It's pretty obvious when it's rotten and
And there was
ready
right here.
stains and no master seal. Let me see.
Some mold right here. And then you had some.
Oh, the whole thing.
There was the cracks and stuff that started.
Here, right here.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? This is from the top.
Yes, from the top.
From the top, and it started leaking. And
it started coming over here. It's like the newest stuff.
This is the newest stuff.
Uh-huh. One second. I'll be back, fellas.
You know, we have to. This is buckling. See, that's buckling.
Yep.
We have to. And this is apartment
F244.
244.
I believe they fixed the roof now because it rained the other day and I didn't get any.
Yeah. They already fixed the roof. They were
Yeah, because it rained, I didn't get anything. No leaks. I was like, thank
you,
because I had so many.
And you used to have.
Oh,
jeez.
I mean, all this.
Oh God.
Like all the rain, all that came down, and I had buckets.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, the carpet, the padding, and I had to get a carpet cleaner.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was like black. It was like black water.
Absolutely.
And then here, that year fire.
Did they bring it?
No.
Right here.
It's still damp.
Yeah, a little damp because they changed some stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Oh,
My bad, fellas. I got a guy in here doing some surveying of my ceiling. Is fixing the ceiling and all that, and had some damage because of some rain. So don't worry, fellas. I'm coming back.
Yeah, absolutely. That was fun. You know, oh, no, we have to take this down. Yeah, we have to take this down. Okay, So how's your 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6 areas. Um, uh, I'm seeing like 6 areas is 6 times that we
Right.
have to bother you.
Right.
You know, because we're gonna do this one as one,
Right. One.
and it'll take 3 to 4 days.
Right. You gotta speak like.
And then once we wrap this up,
then the next
we
one,
move to the one.
then the next one.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
next one.
Because otherwise you won't be able to.
Right. Because I'll be like, oh man,
exactly.
like, you know,
Exactly.
space it out.
Exactly.
So like when the guys come out, they're gonna like cover up my.
Yeah. We have plastic.
Yeah. So.
We cover the whole thing. We put like curtains.
Right. Okay.
And we work on that area alone.
Right.
Like let's say this is one, and then the kitchen is
2,
another,
3,
and then 3, 4,
5, 6. Yeah.
So 6 areas.
Kitchen is kitchen's number 2.
Mhm.
Space it out like that. Sections.
Yeah. Now, how's your schedule? You're here most of the time?
Yeah, I'm here all the time. I'm working
Okay.
home, so.
Oh, right.
So I'm always
beautiful.
here. So you
Beautiful.
knock on the door.
So as soon as we get the people to do that and we get the okay from them, we should be starting this week.
Okay.
And as soon as possible, we'll get you.
All right. Thank you, man.
We'll get you fixed.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good one.
Sorry about that. I had a guy come in and I had some rain damage on my ceiling, or it came from the roof and it damaged my ceiling. It damaged the subfloor. If anybody that's good with carpentry, that's good building houses and stuff like that, and construction. So my ceiling was damaged. Yeah, I did. Y'all heard the Jason Garrett cat, right? But so there was some constructional damage on the subfloor, you know what I'm saying, above me, and they had to take out like a lot of my ceiling because of the rain come from Hurricane Ida. This was all from Hurricane Ida. The roof was damaged and all that. So it damaged the subfloor and then damaged the carpet. The carpet was messed up with the padding under the carpet. If anybody's good with carpentry, I'm not a carpenter, but I know how to lay carpet, right? I know how to do tile and carpet, folks. But my padding was messed up. My carpet was messed up. I had to get a carpet cleaner to soak all the water from the rain, from the outside, from the rain. I had to get a carpet cleaner. And I sucked all that carpet up. The water was like basically chocolate black. You know, you got chocolate brown. I'm gonna say chocolate black, like the movie Pitch Black, right? With Vin Diesel, right? Yeah, mold. Yeah, mold is already starting. Yes, mold. I got mold. Like, so yeah, they're gonna take all that out sometime. They're gonna start this week. It's 6 sections. That's a lot. 6 sections: living room, kitchen, the hallway, my daughter's room, the bathroom, and my room. Got to get done. So, and a humidifier too. So, yeah, mold has already started. I can show y'all some pictures about, I could show y'all some pictures, but mold has already started. So, it's not a lot of mold, but there's a corner that's like, yikes, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, so where was I? Does anybody remember where was I? I had to buy like 22 buckets and all that stuff. Anyway, I caught 37 gallons of water. I caught 37 gallons of water from hitting the floor. 37 gallons of water, and it happened twice. So I didn't mark the first one down. The second time I caught all the water, I measured out all the buckets of water and all that. 37 gallons of water I stopped from hitting the floor and the carpet. But remember, the carpet was still soaked. The carpet was still soaked. So anyway, So yeah, I was talking about the O-line. That's right. I was talking about the O-line. So everybody's talking about the Ryan Jansen, Tristian Wrifs, because we got the fronts that we could be facing next week is either going to be the Rams or the Cardinals. Much better front sevens than the Eagles front seven. The Eagles are really bad in linebacker. Their pass rush is not that great. Fletcher Cox is out of his prime. Javon Hargraves, he's solid. Derek Barnett is a bust. So they don't. The Ryan Kerrigan kind of found the fountain of youth. So the Eagles front seven was not great. Their defense is not great. So we're going to play a lot better defense next week. So with the injury, because it was ugly, right? And 3 plays in a row, guys. The thing about playing O-line, man, got rolled up on, man, and it happens. And Donovan Smith got rolled up on too. When Ryan Kerrigan sacked Brady the second time, Donovan Smith got rolled on. He got rolled on. You know what I'm saying? Brady could have got hurt with Derek Barnett hitting Brady in the hip. And he didn't hit him in the knee. He hit him in the hip. That could have been a hip injury right there. So what's going to be interesting, I don't know if Tristian Wrifs is going to play. Just from my observation, I don't see him playing. Don't bank on him playing on this weekend against Von Miller or Leonard Floyd or Marcus Golden, Chandler Jones. Don't bank on him playing. I'm just letting y'all know right now. And y'all seen Josh Wells. Josh Wells got raw. He got woo. Josh Wells. You know what's the concerning part about it is that when he rolled his ankle up, why was he out there? Why was he out there? Why was he out there? He tried to give it a go, and he got bull rushed like easy. Hold on a second. I mean, from a production standpoint, relax, King Cook. You're doing too much. From a production, he hasn't really done what the Eagles. He was a first round pick. His production don't match up to what they. You think they're gonna re-sign him to a big contract? His production ain't there, man. The Eagles have the worst pass rush in the NFL. That's what they drafted Derek Barnett for. Relax, man. He's not. I'll take Joe Tryon over him. I'll take the rookies in this draft class and last year's draft class over Derek Barnett. The Eagles had 17 sacks or 18 sacks in the season. That's Derek Barnett's a part of that. They need to revamp their D-line, get younger and better. That's a bust. First round bust. Stop, dude. I don't think you want to go there with me, man. Like, you want to break Derek Barnett down? We can do that, man. Super Bowl champ. Okay. Production. Where's the production? How many sacks he had this season? Remember, the Eagles D-line had like 17 sacks, 18 sacks in the season. So you go ask Eagles fans what they think about Derek Barnett. 4 personal fouls. 4 personal fouls in the season. Led the NFL in personal fouls. First round pick. Super Bowl champ does not exclude you from being a bust. I can hit you with facts. I don't think you want to do that. Anyway, so Tristian Wrifs is hurt, and you got either Chandler Jones, Josh Wells. If he's going to be playing next week, Gronkowski, we're gonna need you to block. Gronkowski, we're gonna need you to chip over there. You got chip? you got chip. Gronkowski won't be running all the routes next week. Because we're gonna need you on that whole line, fam. We're gonna need you, fam, because I'm just saying. Josh Wells will not be able to hold up against Chandler Jones. That's gonna be a butt whooping all game long. Running back, tight end. If Tristian Wrifs don't play, this is an if, capital I-F. If he doesn't play or if he tries to give it a go, probably be a game time decision. But man, you can't be. You got to be 100% or at least 90%. You can't be 50%, 40%, 60%. No, you're liability. As I love Tristian Wirfs. He's gonna be a Pro Bowler, All Pro for a long time, but you don't want to be a lie. You don't want Tristian to be a liability. You don't want Tristian to be a liability because if you come in there, if he gets rag dog tag, and he's not blocking well and not pass rushing, that it's gonna get ugly real fast. And Bruce Arians and his injury thing and slapping people over the head. I'll get to that in a second. Just saying, Bruce Arians, like this injury stuff, I don't know what you're doing over there. You had a meltdown. I don't know what's going on there. But if Tristian Wirfs can't go, I believe he's not going to play. Because why would you put him out there at 60%, 50%, 40% against Chandler Jones? I would rather have 100% Josh Wells and a Gronkowski blocking Chandler Jones or Leonard Floyd or Von Miller than a 60% Tristian Wirfs blocking those guys on an island. And if you have Tristian Wirfs out there, you got to give him Gronkowski. You got to give him some blocking. Number 80, Gronkowski. And it kind of hurts the Bucs if this is what I'm saying. If Tristian plays, it kind of hurts the Bucs in a way because if he's hurt and he can't play, okay. But if he's hurt and he's still playing, it kind of affects the Bucs offense on what they want to do because now you got to have Gronk block more. And for those of you that has played football, basketball, baseball, soccer, all these sports, you need your feet. You need lateral movement. You can play with a turf toe, a jam toe. You can play with stuff like that, plantar fasciitis. You can play with stuff. But when your ankle, you have a high ankle sprain, you need your ankles. As a O lineman, you need your ankles to anchor. And y'all seen when Tristian tried to anchor, right? He couldn't anchor. He couldn't anchor to hold the block. He just got bomb rushed. Oh, yeah, a hamstring. Yeah, no joke. There's some injuries. There is some injuries that you do not want to have when you're playing football. Ankle and hamstring. I'm telling you, those are the two of the most worst injuries that you can still play on, but you are asking for trouble, especially in positions like basically any position. You know what I'm saying? But get well soon, Tristian. I just that whole Tristian Wirfs situation, having him run back out there, I don't like it. I don't like the fact that he was out there still trying to play on a bad ankle. Y'all know me when it comes to Arians is some of the stuff he does is like what comes out his mouth, and some of the stuff he does, I just not a big fan of it. I'm not a big fan of him running his mouth and doing certain things. I just kind of just rubs me the wrong way from a football perspective. I don't have nothing personal against Bruce Arians, nothing personal. But from a football perspective, some of the things that he say and some of the things that he do just rubs me the wrong way. How he handles things. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you got to shut up. Or sometimes you got to do what's best for the team. TEAM. You know what I'm saying? And try to Tristian Wirfs out there, you could have got Tom Brady hurt. Because what if you would have got hurt? If Tom Brady would have got hurt because Bruce Arians tried Tristian Wirfs back out there and Tom Brady got hurt, that would have made me drop Bruce Arians to a third-tier coach. Risking your quarterback injury because you trying to run Tristian Wirfs back out there. Even Ryan Jensen got hurt. Robert Hainsley could have played. I'm just saying, we still would have beat the Eagles. We still would have beat the Eagles. We would have beat the Eagles by Tristian Wirfs. We did anyway. For the rest of the game, he didn't play. But I'm just saying, my point is There was no detriment. Oh, we gotta have Tristian Wirfs out there because this is the Eagles. The Eagles' pass rush is crazy. Nah, man, that ain't it. So, like I said, some people didn't like it. I was kind of like, I kind of looked at Arians aside. I looked at him sideways about that situation. I was like, slapping Adams over the head, like, and it wasn't no slap on the head like good job, but it was like, what you doing? Like, you can't be doing that, fam. Like, I'm not gonna let no coach be hitting me like that. I'll tell you that much. I don't care. We're grown men. You're not gonna be doing that to me. I don't even like nobody touching my head. You're not gonna touch my head. I don't care where you at. You're not gonna touch my head. You're not doing that. Nope. I don't let my daughter do it. Nope, don't touch my head. As a man. When no, man. No. So going back to the O-line, I'll get that in a second. I think we'll be fine. I hate to say I think, because it's hard to think that we'll be fine, because it's easy to say we'll be fine versus we're going to be fine, right? So I'm gonna hold off on that. I got to get more updates on Tristian Wirfs' ankle. Ryan Jensen's fine. Everybody's hurt. We're in the playoffs, man. Everybody's hurt. Every team in the playoffs. I'm trying to think of the most healthiest team in the playoff right now. What up, man? Who is the most healthiest team in the playoffs right now? Because I know we beat up. The Packers are beat up. The Cardinals are beat up. The Rams are beat up. I think maybe the Bills. I think the Bills are the most healthiest team. The Chiefs probably. The Bengals maybe. Oh, I don't know, but I know we're not the most healthiest team, and that is, you have to remember, folks. You have to factor these things in. Because if you don't factor in being healthy as a part of the equation against the Super Bowl, then I don't know what you're looking at, because we're talking about the playoffs. We're not talking about the regular season, because you can sustain injuries in the regular season, but when you have major injuries and you're in the playoffs, you have to overcome that. The next man up philosophy, right? The old next man up. But sometimes the next man up just ain't good enough, especially in the playoffs. You can get away with it in the regular season, but in the playoffs, man, your margin for injuries and errors is so small. That's why the Godwin injury was huge. Now we got Tristian Wirfs to worry about. And y'all know ankle injuries don't just heal. It's going to linger around. Exactly. Remember, it was all fun and games laughing at the Chiefs when they had 3 starting O-linemen out. The Bucs fans were like, I don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear that, Chiefs fans. Next man up. We beat y'all. Pass rush was crazy. And what did the Chiefs fans say? Well, we was missing 3 O-linemen. What did we say? We don't care. So now we got some injuries. You think those other fan bases going to care when they play us? You think they're going to have any sympathy for the Bucs injuries? Like, Tristian Wirfs hurt. You think the Cardinals or the Rams fan base going to have sympathy for us? You think they had any sympathy for Godwin getting hurt? No. Because we didn't give no team sympathy when we won. We didn't give nobody no sympathy when we was winning, when they had injuries. Oh well. So now we got injuries. So folks, if you expecting any sympathy cards, you're not going to get it. Tristian Wirfs, I hope he plays. I really do. If he don't play, y'all know how this goes. What the? We're doing in the chat room over there. What the? I'm just saying. Just saying. Ryan Jensen's not 100%. And Tristian Wirfs, not 100%. And I'm telling y'all, I'm going to start with this number with Tristian Wirfs. 50-50 he plays. 50-50, he plays. I'm not going to trip if he don't play. We just got to, Josh Wells, hold up. You got to hold up. Kickback. Use your kickback, man. Anchor those meats. But I'm just be worried. If Tristian plays, he's not going to be 100%. Now, I don't want to hear complaining if Tristian's out there and he's getting beat. Don't get mad at Arians. You get mad if you keep him in the game. Because if he's not playing well and he's getting beat, if Arians don't take him out, that's a disservice to Tristian Wirfs. It's going to be a game. I'm telling you, 50-50, man. 50-50 he plays. He tried to anchor. He couldn't anchor. So all of a sudden, in 4 days, 5 days, he's supposed to be ready. It don't work like that. That's not how football works when you get injuries like that. Well, he gonna get the shot. He gonna get the shot in the ankle. That is temporary. So guess what? He gonna play on adrenaline, and then all of a sudden, when the adrenaline goes away and it starts setting in, he gonna be taped up, and he's not gonna be moving well. And Tristian is very athletic. He got some of the best footwork in the NFL. Remember, you got 64 tackles. That's left and right tackles. Tristian Wirfs is top 5. Top 5 in footwork. His footwork is crazy. You can't get around the dude. You got to go through him. He can get a little light and, he can kind of get pushed back. But if you're trying to go around Tristian, no, no. No, man. So if y'all think he's going to be out there this weekend, cross your fingers. That's all I'm going to tell y'all. Cross your fingers. I wouldn't count on it. I'm 50-50 on it. I'm not going to be judgmental about it and be like, oh, I'm going to be 50-50. And hopefully Arians have the correct updates and the training staff, they do a good job. The Bucs training staff has done a great job for the most part this season because we had a lot of injuries. And the Bucs training staff is doing what they can to keep this team patched up. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. When you have a roster like this, you got to win now. There is no wait 3-4 years from now. You got to win now. The roster's old. The oldest roster in the NFL. What'd you expect? The oldest roster in the NFL. What'd you expect, folks? Now, we do have some infusion of youth, but we got a lot of injuries. And the Bucs training staff out there with duct tape and masking tape and super glue and gorilla glue trying to keep the Bucs together. They've done a hell of you got to give them a shout out, man. Give the Bucs training staff a shout out. Because we always talk about the players and the coaching staff and all that. Give the Bucs training staff a shout out for real. Shouts out to the Bucs training staff. Y'all have done a great job for the most part this season. We have injuries in the secondary, linebacker, D-line. Ali Marpet was out. Chris Godwin got hurt. AB was hurt. Cyrus Grayson hurt. Scotty Miller turf toe. Fournette got hurt. Rojo got hurt. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Let's get to the defense. The defense is riding high. They're feeling themselves. I'm not overly hyped of what I seen yesterday. I'm not, because it was the Eagles. Y'all know how I am. Y'all know how I am when it comes to teams like the Eagles. Okay. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I expected that. So how impressed am I? It was against a bottom 5 quarterback, bottom 5 offense as a whole. Well, the Eagles got number 1 running attack. Yeah, man, but because they quarterback, they have to tailor the offense to be like that, and that's not going to get you past the first round. Just like I showed concern on the offense, there's concern on the defense too. Because, see, the thing about it is, it's always high fiving and chest bumping and all this, slapping around. Oh, yeah, good job. Let's go. Let's go. Bruh, it's the Eagles. Go back and watch the games against the really good teams. You don't see that. You see a lot of, what's going on? I thought you had him. I thought we was over here. But you supposed to have. Go watch the Rams game early this season. What was all that jumping around and all that? Oh, what you doing? Whitehead? What you doing? What's going on? I thought you had the, you know what I'm saying? You're not playing the Eagles offense every Sunday moving forward. You're not doing that. So the Bucs secondary still got some, they just still inconsistent. Still not good enough yet. Which is, I think the Bucs secondary just need to be average for the entire playoffs. We don't need the Bucs secondary to be elite. Let's be honest. We don't need the Bucs secondary to be elite. They do need to catch the ball though. 5 picks they was dropped. They just need to be average. I think I can come to terms with the Bucs secondary. Average at best. Kevin Simmons' voice. The Bucs secondary is average at best. Middle of the pack. Average. If the NFL average is 15, the Bucs are 15. Nothing spectacular. Nothing really bad about them. They, as a unit, I'm not talking about individuals. As a unit, they're average.